Hello class, we are now in session 4. Once again, this is Jason Cano, your lecturer or speaker for this competency tourism promotion. But again, we are focusing on promoting tourism products and services. So we are now again in day 2 in afternoon session. So we are already done discussing about the session 1, 2, and 3. So we are now on session 4 that talks about promoting tourism products and services. Again, a recap, in session 1, we focus on how to develop or enhance our knowledge about tourism products and services. Okay? And then in the session 2, we talk about understanding or again enhancing or developing our knowledge about our tourism market, our clients, our customer as a whole. In the previous session, we discussed about not just the entire customer or guest, but we identify the individual customer needs. Individual customer needs. Now, in this session, in this afternoon, we will talk about how to promote tourism products and services. So for this session, we only have 3 learning objectives. Number 1, at the end of the session, you should be able to describe promotional initiatives that may be used to promote tourism products. The second one, to demonstrate how to develop and produce a static in-house promotion. And then lastly, verbally promote tourism products and or services to customers. So we are already done in enhancing our knowledge in the area of tourism products and services. We are also done in developing our knowledge to our target markets, and we also done in identifying the individual customer needs. The session 1, 2, and 3, as you can observe, it is focused more on cognitive side. It means focusing more on the knowledge of a hotelier or tourism staff. But in session 4, the verb used here is promote. It is an action word. It means that it is a psychomotor side, which means application or the skills side. Again, in competency in TESDA, the program is focusing more on enhancing the 3 areas. The KSA. Did you still remember the meaning of KSA? The knowledge, K, and S. What's the meaning of S? Skills. And lastly, A, attitude. So as you can observe in session 1, 2, and 3, it is focused more on the knowledge side. But now in session 4, it focuses in the skills side. Promote. It is no longer an idea, but is applying what we have learned. Okay. So let's start with the learning objectives. Number 1, describe promotional initiatives that may be used to promote tourism product. So it is important for a traveler organization to plan promotional activities to help promote and sell tourism products and services. So the purpose of promotional activities will differ but always aim at meeting specific marketing objectives the organization has to set guide the direction of the organization's activities in the future. So this section, we will explore the different promotional activities that can be used by a traveling and tourism organization to promote their business, increase sales, and improve the overall performance of the organization. So in every organization, it is important that they will have a promotional activities. again, if the organization will have a promotional activities, their business will increase the sales, and it will improve the overall performance of the organization. Just like what we look at this picture, someone is buying, I think, in a beauty shop. For example, in Watson, in any mall in Tagbilaran City, as you observe, once you enter in a Watson, by just looking in the products, there are some crews who will approach you, and he or she will promote their products. Okay, by promoting their products, it um, affects your decision buying or buying decision making. Okay, instead, if you will, instead of not buying a particular product, but the service crew is, or the sales lady is promoting their products, it will change your mind. Instead of not buying, you will end up to buying the said products. So that is the strategy of a business, that it will increase the sales of their business or products by promoting it. Okay, so it is important that in a business, for example, if you will own your own hotel or resort someday, or any tourism destination, it is important that your crew or your staff has a knowledge and skills how to promote the products and services. By doing that, it will increases your sales, and it will improve the performance of your business. Okay, in order for the business to achieve that goal, it is important that the business will have a marketing planning activities. So activities is associated with planning for marketing activities. So these are the following. We need to identify marketing objectives. And number two, identifying marketing and sales activity. Okay, just like in the picture here, uh, this this gentleman is discussing on their business meeting. So it is important that in a business we will have an objectives or goals. So that is the topic that we will discuss here. First, we need to identify marketing objectives. Each organization will have their own objectives. Again, all organization, any organization has a objectives. So I will ask you, did you still remember the objectives of BISO, or the vision, mission, goal? Okay, so every organization has an objectives. There must have a target that they need to achieve. So in line with the overall business plan, examples of travel and tourism marketing objectives are these following. To reinforce or continue or extend previous promotion of an existing packages, or to introduce a new package to the marketplace. Again, in this number two, we understand that it's important to have a renewal of packaging. It is a very important that there is something new in the packaging, so it can attract the customer to purchase our products. Also, to notify customers that an existing package has been revised and altered in some way. Also, to meet direct competition, to resurrect flagging sales, to support a promotion or sale, to build a larger customer database, to fill an empty space in the promotion calendar or on the floor, to improve profitability, or to capture a bigger market share. So as you can see in this picture also, there's a man standing in the very far who is waiting to go along in their goal. Same with a business firm or any tourism and hospitality businesses, that they must set goal. They must set an objectives. So they will have a planning uh, to promote their products and services. Again, by doing that, it will increases the sales of their business. Next, marketing planning activities is the business should also identify marketing and sales activities. So there are many ways in which a travel and tourism business can promote existing or new packages to its intended audience. So most organizations use a combination of promotional methods, which is collectively known as the promotional mix. So what do you mean by promotional mix? Promotion is persuasive communication. Remember that. Directed to its target audience. Okay? Specifically, promotion involves communicating information between the seller and potential buyer in order to influence attitudes and behavior. Just what like I give you an example, a promotional activity or way of a sales lady or salesman to affect the attitude or in behavior of a potential buyer. Instead of he will not buy a particular product, but because of the promotional skills of a sales lady or salesman, he can affect his buying decision. Okay, just like I think I already shared with you how I bought my bag. um, I went to Cebu when I study in my master's degree, and in my vacant time I went to a certain mall just to have a relaxation and looking into the different products um, offered in that particular mall. And then as I'm stand in the front of a bag, I don't have an idea or I don't have a plan to purchase a bag, but there's a salesman who approached me and promote the particular bag that it is very helpful and asked me some questions like, what is your job, sir? And I said, I am a teacher. And then he promote the particular bag and suggest, sir, this bag is very fit for you because you are a teacher and you have a lots of documents. You need to protect your documents. So this bag has a waterproof. It cannot easily penetrate the water within your documents. So by and and he talks a lot of things positive about the bags, and he also said that the zipper is very strong. It cannot easily be broken. It cannot easily be destroyed, and by doing that, it affects my attitude and behavior and my decision making. Instead of just going to the mall, roaming around, but because of the promotional skills of a particular salesman, it affects my decision buying. Okay, so at the end of that scenario, I purchased the bag, though it is expensive. Okay, by doing that, it increases the sales of the business. Okay, so that's the importance of promotion or promotional mix. Next, there are different kinds of promotional methods. The main types of promotional methods are the following. Like I give you an example earlier, one of that is personal selling. Okay, personal selling. Other thing is sales promotions, advertising, publicity, sponsorship, public relations, newsletters, special events, community relations, media releases, on-site tour, social media activity. Excuse me. These promotional methods will be explained in more detail, okay, in this section. So we will discuss that. Um, as I've mentioned, there's a lot of methods in promoting a particular products and services. But I will just give you some because we only have a limited time, and um, we also have a problem in the internet connection. That is why we need we will have a shortcut on those methods. So number one is advertising. I know that you are already familiar with this. Advertising is the main form of mass communication. Okay, advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor. So communicating with a large number of potential customers at the same time can be less expensive and more flexible than personal selling, particularly when the target market is large and scattered. So what are the examples of advertising, especially paid advertising? We can have an advertising through television, radio, newspapers, magazines and journals, and newsletters, and internet. So we can advertise or promote our products through paid advertisement. Okay, I know that you are already familiar with this. Like for example, in this picture, we have a advertisement as we watch any movie or teleserie in the TV. There is an interruption of advertisement promoting their products and services, encouraging the viewers to purchase their products and services. So again, by doing that, it will also increases their sales. Also, we have methods like sponsorship. Initially classified as one of the sales promotion tools, sponsorship is fast becoming a promotional method in its own right. It is crossing the boundaries between public relations and publicity and can take many forms in order to achieve different objectives. Okay? It is defined as an investment of cash or kind in a person or activity, event, or sports. Just like in the picture here, this is a uniform of basketball from a Celtics team. And this is the example of a uniform of Rondo. Okay, so as you can see in the uniform, their basketball uniform, the jersey, there's a lot of um, businesses. Okay, business firm. We have you can see here, Lenovo, Starbucks, Canon, Volvo, Bank of China. So they sponsor the team. They have sponsored the shoes, the jersey, the drinks. Example, the Gatorade. Okay, as you have watched the NBA, they have a Gatorade that is sponsored by a Gatorade. They give it free to the team, free to the NBA organization in order for their business to be promoted. It will be always shown on their television or in the internet or in the social media. Okay, so that is one of the strategy or methods to promote their products through sponsorship. So example for that is sports sponsorship. We also have arts sponsorship. We also have a broadcast sponsorship. What do you mean by broadcast sponsorship? Where the company support a particular program in exchange for announcement on the program or the rights to be associated with its presentation. So it is broadcasted in a particular event. Have you noticed in our school when there is a intrams or squaa, especially in the part of Miss Squaa or pageant, okay, in the pageant. Have you noticed that in the middle or in the last part, or it shows in the television in our multi-purpose hall, they shown a lot of sponsor or they have an announcement. Okay, this event is sponsored by blah 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 blah. So they always have interruption in between or at the end of the event, showing or announcing the sponsor of this event. And also, have you noticed in every time that a particular candidate will receive a reward, he or she will also receive products. Okay, so that is one of the strategy in promoting their products so that it will become known to the audience or to the potential buyers. Also, we have a cause sponsorship where a company contributes to a known cause, including environmental protection. However, there can be still commercial objectives. For example, being seen as a good corporate citizen could in time generate greater consumer goodwill and enhance profits. So ideally, sponsorship enables both parties to be benefit, but contracts are difficult to establish and there are a number of risks attached to this type of investment. Again, this is a win-win situation. It means that the owner of the business receive benefits at the same time the one who is being sponsored also receive benefits. So it is a win-win situation. Both parties is collaborating to receive positive uh, result that is expected, a positive result. Okay, so also by having a special event can be designed for a variety of purposes, including the following: holding a grand opening, promoting new packages, having a theme activity, and lastly, rewarding specific target audiences. So it is essential that any event organized conveys the correct message and image to the target audience, especially here in holding a grand opening. Have you noticed if every time that there's a new brand or branch open in a particular town, they will have a balloons, they will have a cutting of ribbons, and they will have a free or example, they will have a promotional sales. Okay, example, uh, in Kugtong, there's an open new gasoline station, Gasolim. They have a when they have an opening in their business, in that particular day they will have a free of gasoline. I don't know the maximum liters to gas on your vehicle, but I remember they have a promotional on that grand opening. Okay, for example, in the haircut or in the barber shop, when they have an opening, they will have a free haircut, one up to 50 person are receiving free haircut. Okay, that's one thing, also a way of promoting their products or services. Another thing is, especially today, that technology is very useful in this time of pandemic. Social media also is very important. It is interaction among people in which they create, share, or exchange information and ideas in a virtual communities and network. So, social media technologies take on many different forms, including magazines. Before, we only have a hard copy of magazine, but now we have an electronic magazine. We can watch or read the magazines through online. Also, internet forums, web blogs, social blogs, microblogging. We have a wiki, social networks, podcast, photographs or pictures, video, rating, and social bookmarking. So technologies include blogging, picture sharing, blogs, wall posting, music sharing, crowdsourcing, and voice over IP, to name a few. So there's a lot of way promoting the products through social media. So social media marketing is the process where hospitality, event, and tourism operators utilize a wide range of sites like Facebook. We also have Twitter and Tumblr to promote our products and services. Again, there's a danger in the television industry because of the internet. Just in our case, we don't have a TV, but we have a Wi-Fi, a cell phone, and laptop. We will watch the movie or any video by using cell phone and laptop. Again, we don't have television in our house. We only have Wi-Fi internet connection and gadget. So there's a tendency that in the future the television company also will what will be erased in the marketplace. Same with the Kodak, Nokia. If they will not um, enhance or develop their business strategies, the tendency they will evaporate in the marketing place. Okay, so as the year is approaching, there's a changes in the needs and wants of a customers. Okay, so social media like Facebook, Twitter, they will promote their overall brand, products, and services provided, generate interest in a company, and highlight specific promotions or products. So, for example, here in YouTube, you can see that there's an advertisement ads who has a load bar with a color of yellow. That there's a count 1, 2, 3, and then we can have an option to skip the ads. So meaning that particular YouTube channel owner receive money from the YouTube, and that YouTube receive money from the business owner by promoting their products to the particular video. So this is one of the strategy of a lot of Filipinos, or not just Filipino but many people, even an ordinary people, can receive lots of money by having a YouTube channel who has also a lot of subscriber. So if we can avail the requirement of a YouTube, we can receive payment from YouTube. Okay, for example, there's a you receive a silver button, we will receive a golden button if you will reach the 1 million subscriber. So that is one of the questions where the money came from. It is coming from YouTube, and the YouTube is paid by the business owner who has an advertisement on the particular video, especially if the video has a lot of views. So there's an advertisement promoting their products and services. So there's a lot of types of social media platform that we can use to promote our products. Number one is social networks. Again, before that, this section will explore the various types of social media platform which can be used as a part of a social media campaign. So each platform serves a specific purpose and therefore must be carefully considered before selection to ensure its appropriateness in your organization reaching their goals. So number one is social networks. So what is this? It is a sites. Social network sites are social media sites allowing users to connect and share with other people who have similar interests and backgrounds. So example for that is Facebook is the most popular example of social network website, the Facebook. There are many other good social network as well, like YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, uh, Instagram, etc. So you can notice that in the Facebook there's an ads pop-upping in our newsfeed. Especially, have you noticed when you search something, example, a certain product, for example, you search for, even if you will search just in Google, you search for a nice shoes. And then, did you notice that in your newsfeed, it will pop up a lot of different kinds of shoes? I have tried to purchase a bag online. After purchasing a bag online and receiving it, the bag, what happened to my newsfeed? There's a lot of different kinds of brands of bags is offering in the Facebook. Why there's a automatic showing of particular product that I was interested? It's because of our data. Have you noticed when we uh, the what do you call that, Facebook, when we Okay. When we download the Facebook, there's a privacy, okay, that you need to check the accept, and then there's also a check option for decline. We cannot download the particular application if we will not check the accept button. By accepting that, you allow the application to get all your data. That is why I think in um, America, they are now planning, the government of America, they are now planning to block the TikTok, because also in TikTok, that owner of the TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, is this the owner of coming from the China, Chinese people who create those applications. And then the American government is planning to block the TikTok application in their country. Why? Because the TikTok also, again, will receive data when you download that particular application. Okay, so that's what happened now in our world today because of the technology. Next is, let's proceed to learning objectives 4.2. Oh no, let's back with we are done in social networks. Now let's proceed to bookmarking sites. Bookmarking sites allow users to save and organize links to any number of online resources and websites. So a great feature of these services is the ability for the user to tag links, which makes them easier to search and share with their intended audience and followers. Stumble Upon is a popular example of bookmarking sites. Okay. Also, we have social news. There's a lot of social news in the internet. It allows companies and individual users to post news, links, and other items of interest or importance to outside articles. For example, if we will open the yahoo.com, it will pop up a lot of news. Okay, by doing that, they also promote their products. They will insert their products to promote it. So the example of social news site is Reddit. Did you try the website Reddit? There's a lot of news pop-upping on that social media. Next is media sharing. Media sharing website allows users to share different types of media. This commonly includes video and pictures. Many of these sites offer social features, enabling profiles to be created and allowing people to comment on the uploaded image. So example for that is the YouTube. YouTube is the most well-known media sharing site in the world. We also have microblogging. Blogging. This site allows the users to submit short written comments, which can include links to product and service sites, also other social media sites. These are then posted on the walls of everyone who has subscribed to that user account. The most common used microblogging website is Twitter. Okay. Again, in media sharing, the most popular example for this is YouTube. And in the microblogging, blogs is Twitter. And lastly, blog comments and forums. An online forum is a site that facilitates users to engage in conversation by posting and responding to community messages. A blog comment site is the same thing except a little more focused. Okay? The comments are usually centered around the specific subject of the attached blog. So the Google has a popular blogging site called Blogger. So try it, Blogger. There are many niche-based blogging sites aimed at specific topics and audiences. So have you noticed in YouTube, I think that you are already familiar, they have they call vlogs, letter V, VLOGE. VLOGE means video blogs. So the original or the history of that is only the blogs, BLOG. It is a written comments and forums. They will just type about their life. They will type what they have experienced when they visit a particular place. But today, because of YouTube, they will have vlogs, vloge, meaning video blogs. They are blogging by using video. Okay. Next, let's proceed to 4.2. Demonstrate how to develop and product static in-house promotion. So, promotion are incentives and special rewards aimed at making the purchase of a given tourism product or service more appealing in the short term. So there are hundreds of different sales promotions and techniques that are being used today. However, creative sales promotion is especially critical at the launch of a new product or service, or when trial of a new product may determine its future. So sales promotions, as with other methods of communication, should be planned and executed according to the business objectives and based around the needs of potential customer. In creating a new products and services, it is important to have a planning. So we need to explore. So these are the following: the purpose of promotions, the type of promotions, types of static in-house promotions, promotional materials used in promotions, also planning for in-house promotion. What do you mean by in-house promotion? Promoting your products within your business, because usually we promote products outside our business firm. For example, we will travel to a certain place and then we will promote our products and services. That is called outside of your business. But when we say promoting in-house, we promote our products and services within our business or store, wherein the customer will come or enter in our business establishment. Okay. So what are the case considerations for in-house promotions? Very important that we need to know about this. Number one is types of products and services. We also have visual appeal and visibility. We also have location and sales promotion. We also have themes, target audiences. We also have customer perceptions, and we also have customer language preferences and business image. So let's start with types of products and services featured. When promoting your products or services, ensure that you have the right promotional materials relating to the products or services displayed. You are also prepared to be competent in your product or services knowledge. So again, when we promote our products and services, we need to have a full knowledge. That is why it is important to develop it, to enhance it. Ensure that you are able to answer to consumers' queries. You must be expert on your own product and services, so that when your customer will ask you questions, you can easily and confidently answer all of his or her queries. Okay? Also important is the visual appeal. Appearance matters the most when you are promoting products or services at your site. So one first look from the customers can tell if they are interested or turned away by the inappropriate or disturbing presentation of your promotion. You can actually determine if the customer is interested just by looking to his facial expression or his body language. Okay? Have a standard checklist when checking on your visual appeal, such as cleanliness of the site. Make sure that the store or the business establishment must be clean. They have a color theme or scheme. Also, placement of promotional items. And lastly, relevancy of promotion items to be products and services. So for example, if you are selling a school supply, the color of your or the theme or the paint of your establishment must be connected to the products and services that you provide. For example, you are selling a t-shirt, a t-shirt, for example, you are selling in Bohol, a tourist t-shirt. So there's a printed in your t-shirt that there's a words Bohol, and then there's a Tarsier or any tourist attractions that is printed on your t-shirt that you are selling. Make sure that the color of your place must be connected to the products that you are selling. So expectedly that you have a design of chocolate hills, there's a design of palm leaves, okay? So meaning the environment or the site of the business firm must be connected with the products that you offered. Also the visibility. Are your promotional items visible to the customers? All your products must be visible to the customers. You should not hide your products, okay? Most sites place brochures, maps or flyers that is easily for customer to locate and reach. This is to ensure that information is readily available and reach out to the customers. So it is also very important that our business will also have a brochure that can answer all the queries and questions of your customer, though they don't have time to talk with your crew or staff. Also the location. High traffic areas, security exits, safety of clients and staff, and general movement of people displays have to be considered when you are planning promotions. So there should be no interference or blockage as this concerns the customer's safety. So you must also consider the location of placing your promotional materials, such as placing brochures at eye level or any sharp, dangerous item to be placed in a safe and secure designated place at your site. So there must be a proper location of your brochure and products. Also sales promotions. Ascertain to the current sales promotions that your organization is having currently against the promotional plan. Okay, so it's very long conversation. I will just skip on this. Okay, target audiences. Who are your target audiences or your target markets? Also the customer perceptions and customer language preferences. So it is very advantage that your uh, crew or your staff knows a lot of languages, especially the English language, okay, which is usually being used for the customers. And it is more advantage if your crew of or you itself knows different or foreign language like Nihongo, Mandarin, uh, any other or Arabic, Spanish, or any other foreign language. It's very advantage so that you can easily communicate with your customer. Next is you need to have a visual consideration also. Visual consideration are ensuring the promotional effort and materials used appeal to potential customers by use of specific colors, display, and wording on the packages. There are 5 visual essentials that you have to consider. Number 1 is merchandise. Number 2, display area. 3, props and display tools. 4, signs. And 5th is lighting. Okay, you have to ensure that safety, hygiene, and security guidelines are appealed to these 5 essentials, and that required checks are being conducted. Okay, so we also need to consider in this particular area the visual consideration. It it will attract the customer to purchase your products and services. Next is Learning Objectives 4.3 talks about verbally promote tourism products and or services to customers verbally. Okay, so it is essential to use different promotional techniques and static in-house promotions to entice potential clients to ask about tourism products and services. This is only the beginning part of the equation. So whenever the customer will ask questions, you are ready to answer them. In essence, promotions are used to entice customers to your organization. Okay, it is now time to verbally promote and explain desired tourism product and service information to them. In this section, we will briefly explore how to verbally promote and explain tourism information. In section 5, the different sales techniques used by sales staff will be explained in more detail, including all the steps involved from greeting potential customers through to closing actual sales. Okay. First, in order to done it successfully, we will discuss providing honest and accurate information. So we need to you should be honest, and to give information accurately. So information provided to customers about the products and services you are promoting and explaining must be accurate. In other words, dili ta magjama-jama og istorya sa atong produkto nga gi-offer or gi-promote. The following are non-negotiable elements when promoting and explaining tourism product and service information. So, the information given must be accurate. Remember, never lie. Never tell half-truth. Though it is half-truth, half-lies, it consider a lie. Okay? Never say a product or service is better than it is. Ayaw palabawi og istorya. Kani nga product sir kuyaw kadto ni sir kay di jud ni makuan nga. Unya pagpalit, unya pag-uli sa bahay wa day klaro, the tendency the customer will complain and he will spread the negative side of your business, so it can affect your sales. Advice and information supplied must be genuine and not contrived to simply make a sale. And then, full disclosure is the preferred approach. Tell the customer about the good and the bad. You're just not saying what is good of your product, but we need also to be an honest person to say the bad side. Okay? Para dili na sila ma-shock. You need also to say the disadvantage of the particular product. Be ethical in your dealings with everyone. Do not promise what you know the destinations, product or services cannot deliver. Ayaw pag-ingon-ingon nga, promise pa sir, kuyaw dyan ni sir. Don't make any promises that beyond what the products or services can offer. The key is always to under-promise and over-deliver, because it affects the satisfaction of the guest. For example, you will serve a guest will order a particular food, and then usually the customer will ask, pila ka minuto maluto ni nga pagkaon. In your mind, you know that it is only 3 minutes to cook the particular food, but you will say to your customer, 5 minutes maluto ni sir. Okay, so when you return to the kitchen, the mind of the customer that they will receive the food in 5 minutes, but you deliver the food in 3 minutes, what will happen to the customer? He will amaze. Okay, instead of saying 5 minutes sir, mula pas na 5 minutes, so the tendency the customer will complain, they will be dissatisfied. so it can affect your sales of your business. Also, recommendations provided must be based on fact, experience, and the needs of the customer rather than sales target. Okay? Adherence to organizational requirements. This may relate to service standards and ethical consideration. Okay? That's the end of session 4. I hope that you learned something on how to promote tourism products and services. Next session, this coming 4 p.m., we will talk about in the session 5, apply selling skills. Again, on the session 1 to 3, it talks about the knowledge part or the cognitive part, only enhancing our knowledge and understanding. But in session 4 and session 5, it is focusing now on the application of what we have learned. So it's expected after this webinar in the area of tourism promotion, you will submit an output that I will discuss in detail after the discussion of session 5. Okay? Thank you for listening. And again, don't forget to take your attendance and answer the question carefully to receive certificate. Thank you.